building and you'd go into the room. He would never let you see the clients one-on-one in the beginning. Mm-hmm. They came into the room, and when he came in there, I didn't know who he was. Had no clue, you know. And he went in, took a shower, spoke very little to me at first. He did his thing, took his condom and took it with him and left. And as I walked out, Jonathan was like, "Do you know who that was?" I said, "No." He said, "That was your Louisiana congressman." And I said, "Representative." I said, "Okay." He said, "That was David Vitter." And I was like, blew it off. Mm-hmm. Well, then Thursday came around, 10:30, same thing. And it became a regular basis, you know, for the next 3 or 4 months. And
How often?
Probably twice a week. Sometimes it was 3 times a week. And it was always between 10:30 and 2:30. And it was always to be, I could have no perfume, no body lotions, not even me showering, because of the scent. He did not want the scent on him whatsoever. Even though he took a shower, he would come out, his little towel wrapped around him, come sit down on the bed, and we'd talk, and he wasn't there 15, 20 minutes at that. It was just straight sex. It was $300. Missionary, get it and go. Yeah, that's what it was. He had a very small penis, very small penis. You could tell if he was stressed, and he would talk about, you know, these damn politicians, they're trying to get me out of office, and talk about David Train, because that's when he was running for, I guess he was fixing to withdraw from representative and run for Congress. Mm-hmm. And, you know, somebody in my state at that time, I had no clue who the heck these people were. It was always really weird because he would, usually, people would leave their condoms in the trash can. He would take his condom with him, and he would take another shower, and he would not say bye, nothing. He would get out of the shower, and I'd be dressed, and I'm like, "Hey, see you later." About 2 months into it, whenever I asked him, I said, "So you're our local representative, huh?" He was like, "Look, that's my job. Let's just leave that out of this. You know, this is personal." It was just very stern when it came to that. But I know that he didn't use any other services in New Orleans. You know, Jeanette May, or whatever her name is, says that, oh, he was a frequenter of her. And I know he didn't, because David, either he was strictly to Wendy's, or he was just, you know, he felt like he could trust me. We would talk about that, you know, well, you know, this is my time with you, you know, I don't want to spend my time anywhere else because I trust you, you know. I know that I can come here. That's why I come here, because it's quiet, secluded. And it was, you know, you had to go through several doors to get there. And he would park a block away or have his driver drop him off. But I know there was marital problems, that there was things going on in his marriage that he wasn't happy with, and she was pressuring him, and I guess maybe the stuff going on with all the politics and everything that were going on at that time too. We built a rapport with each other, and we talked about things, and he was going through a period then when they were trying to adopt a child, or adopt children, because his wife Wendy was having some problems. So he said, you know, I never really told him my real name, because I'd kind of shied away from it when he would talk about Wendy. Like the last time I saw him, I believe, I said, well, you know, I asked him, you know, well, if you ever want to see me throughout, you know, not here, here's my number. And I wrote my name, Wendy, down. I said, my real name is Wendy. He said, oh, my God. And I never saw him again. And, you know, it was just really kind of weird. And then, you know, I saw the Family Values campaign, him and the kids walking over the hill with Wendy, you know, behind him. You know, I believe in family values, and it kind of pissed me off. He is an absolute hypocrite. I'm telling the truth. You know, I have no reason to lie about it. You know, and I'm not benefiting anything from this, and basically putting my life out there for everybody to persecute me once again. But I'm willing to take that to make my amends with myself. I've been clean for, goodness, 2 years and 7 months. I mean, I have an accounting degree. I own my own home. I own my own vehicles. I'm not a liar. You know, and for somebody to, it goes back to this, you know, this man standing up for our country. You know, somebody to sit here and say, I did not, basically, and this woman's a liar. These allegations are all untrue. And for it to be on the front page of my hometown newspaper and to see my daughter read this, I think he should be asked to resign.